Hello, and welcome to our first look at the Stone of Madness. This is a brand new stealth tactical puzzle game. I don't think puzzle is maybe the right term. It's similar to the War of Mine, this War of Mine, except instead of existing on a 2D plane, you're existing on a 3D plane, moving around a monastery. The idea is you play as these 5 characters here. You are trapped inside of a monastery run by maybe a cult in the Pyrenees mountains. It has an amazing art style. It looks very fascinating. It's got some great concept behind it. It is a sort of culty, stealthy game that really tickles my fancy. We're going to take our very first look at it today and dive in for a couple of hours, see how it is, and see if we want to play more coming up. We can play on the balanced difficulty recommended by developers, story mode or despair mode. We'll play on story mode. It is the balanced difficulty intended by the developers. Can always change it, maybe if need be.
1799. I write these lines from a lost monastery in the Pyrenees, whose name and existence few know. Although I came here as a guest, I am now a prisoner. Monastic life goes on with apparent normality behind these walls. But know this: serious events are being concealed. Long ago, an order of His Majesty directed that a part of this monastery be dedicated to the care of the insane and the sick. Madness and despair,
classic cult vibe
from civilization's sight. But there is something else, something darker. Luckily, I am not alone. A group of companions and I are planning our escape. Behind
it's like a Disney movie.
We have discovered a hidden room, from which we are in preparations for a desperate escape. We must confront violence, corruption, and our own fears. I am Father Alfredo Martin, and I have been locked up for trying to expose the corruption in this place. Thus begins our tale. May God have mercy on our souls, or whatever is left of them.
Right? Older Disney films, it very much has that vibe. I love the look of it. What's going on there? Move it, woman. This'll teach you not to hit and bite, you damned savage. Let me go, for pity's sake. I swear to you, I do not have what you seek. If you take me there, they'll hurt me. Let me go. I might have to disappear myself more often today. Our orders are clear. You've caused enough trouble. Always crying wolf. How many times have we had to tell you to come out of your cell with you screaming your head off to find out nothing was going on? This time it's true. They want to hurt me. They want something I don't have. They take me at night when you're not watching. That's enough. Let's go. It's strange for the guards to take an inmate away in such a rush, and violently, even more so doing it in secret. I've heard that some patients have disappeared over the last few weeks. My intuition tells me there's something else going on. I must follow them. This might be my chance to gather evidence about the Inquisitor's corrupt schemes and bring him to justice. All right, you can use this to move. You can press shift or double click to sprint. Get to the other side of the gate. When the guards and other people at the monastery detect is determined by their cone of vision. If you aren't committing an offense, such as rummaging through people's boxes and chests, you have nothing to worry about. Interact with mechanisms. These options are prohibited. Hold Alt on a guard to see his cone. You can also use the middle mouse button to do the same. So this guy can't see me do this if I do this, right? Blow out a candle, light a candle, flip a switch. Okay. Synced movements, very culty. I gotta know now, can I also like blow out this candle? Oh, Okay. So there's like a time limit on it. Some actions are allowed for inmates. Interact with this poster to read it. To open a gate, a security lever has been installed. This will prevent inmates from reaching the garden. So what are the other options here that are like... Oh, you can blow out the candles. And I guess if I have a lantern, I can probably light the candles as well. Yes, if I have an oil lamp, I could light them. That's pretty funny. So we crack this bad boy open and we keep moving. Mac, hello. It's like Hunchback or Emperor's New Groove, right? It's kind of Commandos-like. Yes, very much has that vibe. The beginning. Am I finally where I belong? In an insane asylum? I mean, that does sound accurate. Investigate the door. Okay, I guess I can't go this way. Aim. I can select blessings. There are certain areas in the monastery that are off limits to inmates. Make sure no one sees you wandering around them. A red sign will appear at the top of the screen when you're in a forbidden area. Interact with the bushes to hide. Crouch behind tall objects. Okay, so jumping into bushes is not an instant thing. Which is good to note. Nor is coming out of the bushes. Okay, but you have time. And like, you could just be like, I'm gonna get into this line of sight. Bada bing. Everyone in the garden, it's time for a walk. This is one of our friends. The old witch. Finally found the happy farm? The cuckoo clock department? The gate seems to be locked with a key. I need to search for surroundings to find it. Goals menu updated. Find the key. Hello, old lady. Good morning, Father. You seem a bit restless this morning. What's agitating you so? None of your business, old woman. Do tell. How do you know I'm a priest? Before me, I see an old gossip with many sins to confess. The old woman's name is Agnes, and I'm very observant. Fear not, hardly anyone knows your true identity. Someone is very intent on keeping it that way, but you already know that. That poor young lady caught your eye, didn't she? These scoundrels dragged her out of her cell. I'm so worried about her. So, do you know her? Naturally. Please let me know if you find out anything. Come back and talk to old Agnes whenever you want, Father. I could be of great help in the future. I'll keep that in mind, Agnes. Thank you for your help. Pleased to meet you. I don't know why Alfredo has become, I don't know, some sort of like variation of Space Marine or... I suspect the key is in here. This isn't a forbidden area, so... but looting boxes is... I thought I heard something. Rubble! Scraps of stone, garbage, and metal. It might be considered trash, but an ingenious mind could use it to make a myriad of objects. Ever since the old woman Agnes has pointed her cane at me, my back hurts like hell and I keep tripping. I've asked to be transferred to another room. I don't want to be anywhere near her. Ah, so we don't get in trouble for turning off lanterns. Booga, 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 booga. Oh, am I not allowed to do that? Okay. If their suspicion meter isn't maxed out, the guards will release them safely. Use chases as distractions to help another character. My suspicion meter. Okay. Put on priest robes, use an oil lamp, and aim. Blessing priest oil lamp. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, this guy's got sniper watch on me. I thought I could get around the bottom there and get into another bush, but... Oh, that's good. At least he knocked me out up here, so now I can sneak in here and maybe just quickly... Some garbage. Eduardo can spend part of the night searching for materials to reuse. And some wood. Leonora can stun her enemies by hitting them with planks. Don't mind me. Don't turn around. 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 Yes. Now that we have the key, we can leave the garden. So the game is really about loot as much stuff as you can. Why am I playing an Italian space wolf? People are generally not a fan of hiding in wardrobes and jumping out in front of them. Who would have guessed it would be so spooky? Prohibited area. You can move stealthily behind low obstacles to avoid being seen by characters. Striped division means you'll be invisible as long as you move stealthy. I mean, I want to loot all this rubble as well. But I guess I cannot. How can I do it? Can't trust a man who refuses to wear his own heraldry. Cross the corridors, avoiding your fears as best as you can. What are my fears? Every protagonist has a series of negative disorders that define them. For instance, Alfredo's sanity will decrease every time he is near a violent situation or a corpse due to his Christian beliefs. That's a ghost, man. Well, actually, I guess it's a ghost lady, but... What if I did this? You can interact with buttons. Okay, there's also a poster there. Okay, so we can kind of click on the things that we can interact with, or hover over the things we can interact with. I can for sure hide behind this crate. Spooky. Oh, I'm getting spooked. Let's knock out that candle. Oh, it's too dark to read. I didn't know that was going to be a thing. So here's the real question. Will this guy come back and light that candle? Not having an oil lamp is a bummer. Reminds me of Gloria Victis, Siege Survival. Yes, absolutely. Very similar vibe. Okay, he's not going to relight that lantern. Huh. Over here, Hatman. We can talk for a bit even though you can't see me. Sounds like the voice of a little girl. What are you doing there, little girl? Are you in trouble?
No, sir, I'm just playing around. I love exploring the monastery's tunnels and hideouts. There are so many. That way those pesky nuns can't bother me. They hardly ever let me play.
I'm so sorry. You're a very brave little girl. I'm looking for a woman with blonde hair. Have you seen her around?
Yes, the bad man took her through that gate. Luckily, I stole their key and left it unlocked. But you had better play with me next time. Promise? Bye-bye.
Thank you, little one. Wait a minute. Do you know that woman? Why are you helping me? Seems like she has already left. That voice is going to get hard to maintain. I can tell you that much. Ah, yes, the little girl. Slightly odd Minnie Mouse voice. That's pretty much what I was going for. A crucifix. The sacred object offers protections against the presence of the evil one in the monastery. Father Alfredo can bless with it. It breaks with use. The animas are supernatural beings that roam the monastery at certain times of the day. They are only visible in well-lit areas. If they attack, the victim's sanity will be diminished. Alfredo can paralyze them for a while using his blessing skill. It says they're only in well-lit areas, so... aim with this and throw to stun. Well, that's not horrifying. Witchcraft. -5 sanity, -1 crucifix. Oy vey. At $10, that little girl is not being what she seems. Do you think people are going to be scared of darkness? I bet that's one person's fear. And I'm turning off all these lights, and it might not be the best idea. The guard's cone of visions are divided into 2 zones, short range and long range. Long range is affected by darkness and will become striped. As long as you move stealthily, you'll be hidden. How come I can't? Here we go. Fabric? I mean, I want to know what's up here. It's too dork to read. Man, these guards are really bad at their jobs. Part of me is wondering, like, if I move here, will he see me? Joachim, hello? You've never seen this game before. It just came out. Very interesting so far. Bit of siege survival. Bit of This War of Mine. Bit of Commandos. The game just told me to take the oil lamp. Oh, there we go. Yes, I see it. You say that, but one guard knocked you out twice. What was that? Huh? What is it? It might be her. Light and darkness. All right, it's finally going to teach me. This is clearly a box you can push. Must have been the wind. Hurts. Take the oil lamp. Alfredo can follow tracks on the ground, which can be revealed by the light of his lamp. When he follows them, he finds clues to investigate, revealing new knowledge, objects, or sometimes even new paths. The lamp. I need the oil lamp to investigate this. Oh, I guess I need to light the oil lamp. And then I can look at the clues. Open windows will turn off nearby lights. Close window. Light lamp. Investigate. One of the notes among the papers seems useful. The key to the solitary confinement cell should not remain with the rest. We've decided to keep it behind the painting in the lounge. I have to follow this clue. Be-do-do-do-do-do-do. South solitary confinement cell by orders of the Inquisitors. Keep dark. I wonder if there's going to be a monster in there. I'm definitely going to let out some sort of monster nightmare situation right now. It must have been the rats. There's definitely going to be some plague rat stuff in here. Hello, I've opened your door.
Eduardo was crouched down in a dirty corner. The terror he felt towards the darkness had paralyzed him.
Scared of the dark. Poor man, what have they done to you? Eduardo trembles on the floor, curled up under the only torch in the cell. I recognize you, Eduardo. Don't be afraid. We've met a few times in the courtyard. I'm Alfredo. Remember me? We've cleaned the corridors together and chopped wood for the friars. Eduardo makes sounds, unable to speak. He nods anxiously. I haven't seen you for several days. This explains everything. Be at peace, brother. I remember your fear of the dark. I'll help you leave this cell. I have a lamp. I'm afraid I'm going to need your help. You're the biggest man I know, and your strong arms could be useful. I'm looking for a woman. I think she's in danger. Would you help me? Still trembling, Eduardo smiles, making an affirmative sound. God bless you. Let's get out of here and see what fate awaits us. The group doesn't know much about Eduardo. After years of imprisonment, he has become mute, developed remarkable strength to move heavy objects, and craft various tools. He can place planks, place them in certain areas, creating bridges. He can throw rubble, making noise. Nearby characters will turn towards the noise for a few moments. He can loot in the dark. While in the dark, Eduardo draws on his inner strength and searches through Testis box and others at astonishing speed. And he can use a crowbar to force locks and open doors or destroy all kinds of boxes and furniture, but he will make a lot of noise and can break mirrors. Bow, 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 bow. One, two, three. You can open the quick menu with R. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Eduardo. I accidentally turned my lamp off. While Eduardo stays in the shadows, his sanity gradually diminishes. His mind torments him, reminding him of the years he spent in solitary confinement with no other company than the darkness and his own thoughts. So all characters can call each other to coordinate their actions, hold control to increase the call range, and then release so that group members in the area begin to follow you. Press control to cancel again. Okay. This is kind of curious because you no longer have the advantage of like hiding in the stealth. Where does this guy stop? There. Okay, let's go. Eduardo can push. He can trade. I might as well give that over to Eduardo. He has a special ability for it. And then we can move everybody together. Oh. Who's this guy? A bad guy, perhaps? Shush, this way, father. This guy looks suspicious. My apologies, brother. I know we shouldn't be here. We must have gotten lost, we say suspiciously. Calm down, my friend. Everything is fine. Eduardo backs away in fear. No need to apologize. Ugh, we have a common goal. I'm looking for that poor woman as well. I don't know what you're talking about. I understand your reservations, Father Alfredo. The woman has stolen an object, a stone of great value to the one that I serve. You're a great investigator. You can help me recover it. The guards took the girl to the cell on the opposite side of the chamber. I would follow you, but we brothers are not allowed to enter. I know you can do it. I must go. I don't feel well. I don't know if I can trust him. Who can serve a friar but God? At least I know where I should go. Did he mention a stone? Venture out again. So we got to get down there. Cold outside for a whole week. -14 isn't high. It's a cold one. It's been a cold winter. You are strong. You could throw rubble and distract him. Nods. We could probably find some in that room. I think we can find some in that room. Do I only get like one shot with the rubble? Up, 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 up. Planks. Oh, wood. Crowbar needed. Oh, that's neat. It shows you on the ground if it's a prohibited area or not. I can't read, he says. That's fascinating. Promenade Hall. The presence of inmates is permitted, provided that they are under the supervision of a guard. Inmates of the monastery are familiar with Eduardo. They are not as suspicious of him as they are of a newcomer like Alfredo. Even if he carries out forbidden actions, the inmates will not shout out or report him. Ooh, ah, blue, blah. Darkness. $24 rubble, okay. Yeet. Huh? What was that noise? Love all these little animations and cutscenes. This is not the woman we are looking for. He whines, straining his throat. What are you standing there for? Get me out of here, you bastards! I won't let you do to me what you did to her. Eduardo shrinks back in fear. Calm down, girl. We're friends. We're not here to do you any harm. Has a blonde woman been here? We're looking for her. Sorry, I'm a little tense. My name is Leonora. I saw how they were mistreating that poor girl, and I couldn't help but intervene. Damn them. Have you been fighting the guards? Good God. I'm not scared of them. That's what I thought. I am Alfredo, and this is my friend Eduardo. Sorry we can't go into any more detail, but we're trying to help the woman you're talking about. Then get me out of here. I want to rescue those poor girls. Those brutes have stored my things in that box on top of the scaffold. I could use the lockpicks inside to open the cell lock. Very well, Leonora. We accept your help. Your bravery will be of great aid in our quest. Wait here while we get your things, but try not to hurt anybody. Leonora is not afraid to resort to violence. She can stun guards with blows or even kill them with a knife. On the other hand, her violin helps keep the group morale high. She uses a wooden plank to hit her target with all her might. The victim might be knocked unconscious for a while. She can also destroy mirrors with it. She can murder those she considers enemies with her knife. However, when doing so, she cannot help but feel remorse. Her victims will take several days to be replaced. What's the remorse meter? Who knows? Not even the walls can stop Leonora from achieving what she set out to do. She can climb up or down certain walls that have a type of grip, like vines or ledges, and can lockpick or silently unlock doors and padlocks. A surprising skill for a young woman from a wealthy family, perhaps not so much given that her father is a watchmaker. It's her violin, not her violence. Not too dissimilar. How? Ah. I see. Oh no, it's dark up here. Better use this guy instead. Loot, loot, loot. Wood. Lockpicks. Give her the lockpicks. She's got a knife, the lockpicks. I guess the planks. So the planks are probably also good for Eduardo because he can do this plank stuff. Her violin, not the violence, keeps the group morale high. I mean, it might be a little combo. Climate is like the birds, made up by big something. Australia isn't real. Here we go. Everybody's all together. Break is over. Let's get back to work. Footprints. I'll stab those guards, she says. If Leonora has a wooden plank, she can hit a guard and knock him unconscious. But are these guys patrolling? I kind of want to know where these footprints are going. Leonora and Eduardo can drag bodies, hide them inside a container so they cannot be found. Come on, big guy. Clonk. Oh. He's freaking out because he hates violence. That's so interesting. Oh, I lost a ton of sanity from that. There's a button hidden behind this tile. It seems connected to the pyre above, which we can now turn off. The whole game takes place in this place, yeah. In the Pyrenees. And I think it's kind of Metroidvania-esque in that you keep coming back to the same areas. Leonora is terribly afraid of fires. Getting too close to it damages her mind and furthermore stops her from performing violent actions such as attacking the guards. The closer she gets to the flames, the more she suffers. So I need to move you like here. And then we can clobber this dweeb. Pick him up. Yeet him in here. Climb up these walls.
It's me, your friend, hee hee.
What devilry is this? Where's that voice coming from? I know her. Is that you again, little girl? What are you doing here? You'll get into trouble if the guards see you. There's a girl in that hole?
I am here, yes, don't worry, you'll never find me. My friend Agnes asked me to follow you. She wants me to tell her all the juicy details.
Oh, she's such an old gossip. I'm glad she's your friend. Tell us, have you seen that woman?
Virginia, I saw her a while ago running away from the guards. She lost them in that room with the big columns. I think there's a tunnel in one of the walls.
What is going on? We don't have time to waste. Now, if I knock this guy out, is he going to get all upset? Bada boom. Use knockout 3 times. Good to know that we can search bodies for extra lockpicks. So we can break into some stuff. Pick, 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 pick. 10 gold. Inmate Leonora Guzman has a violent streak. You will recognize her by her pretty red dress. Her family's generous contributions let her keep her attire during confinement. The group gets +1 knowledge. And then I'm assuming I can use that to also pick open this bad guy. Lockpicks consumable. Yeah, it seems like all the stuff is pretty much consumable items. So he's afraid of the darkness, but she's afraid of fires. So that counts as a fire. This room is protected by 2 guards. I could use a plank to get over that. There's a dead body, so Eduardo doesn't want to go over it. Find a way to cross the chasm. Cats. Shakel. Thank you for the gift sub to Cats. Much obliged. Whoop. So if we all sneak here, we can't be spotted. Eduardo can lift large planks of woods and transport them. Place them in certain areas, creating bridges. Oh, okay. So plank is actually different than wood. Wood lockpick. Nice. This is rubble, I think. Rubble. So if I trade with you, I can give you the rubble and take that wood. You have rubble, fabric, and parts. Rubble. These two need to go together. He can drop that like it's hot. And then... Oh, wow. Good vision on this guy. She can move across. She's not afraid of this dead body. In fact, she can probably loot the dead bodies. She can't. Super valuable. Loot the dead body and get the thing that the guy who can't loot the dead bodies needs. Oh. Clobber him. Put him in here. Shut out that. Can she climb this tapestry? Doesn't look like it. So the other two can come in here. Oh, I see footprints. Let's investigate those. This section was in Eduardo's tutorial guide. Interesting how the three have such different skills. Is that normal in these sorts of games? Yes, generally. There's often a balance that has to take place between the different characters that you get. So this guy actually can't see down to this lower level. Aha. You can investigate the tapestry and discover there seems to be a hidden tunnel behind the tapestry. A tunnel? Find the secret door. I like that you only have to get one person to the end as well. Looks like a trapdoor. Someone's used it recently. Could connect to another part of the monastery. Let's sneak through. Ugh, ugh. Bop, 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 bop.
Hello, friends. Did you find the trapdoor? I went through one too.
I have news. Agnes wants to talk to you. She's in the square. I can't do the voices anymore. I'm going to lose my voice. You need to go through the hole in the wall. Virginia has it covered with plants. I have to go back to my room. The nuns are about to return. Get Agnes to give you information. Ooh, a crowbar. Eduardo can use the crowbar. Go to the Hall of Paintings. Oh, that is through the trapdoor. I wasn't clear. Smashy, smashy. -1, worn crowbar. Do the voice. Voices are riot. All right, all right. Cough, cough, cough. Cough, cough. Throat. Cough, cough. There is Agnes. Quick, we must talk to her. Ouch, my throat. Cough. Ouch, my throat. Okay, so now we have a different version. Speak up. -2 plants. Little Amelia sent us. Oh, are you all right? Cough, cough, cough. Oh, dear God. Another coughing fit. Important information, but cough, help. I need plants. Just the plants, a concoction to soothe my throat. I see what's going on here. Often the same objective can be completed in different ways. You can give Agnes any of the plants that can be found around the square to soothe her cough. Oh, that's a fire. She doesn't want to go near that. Are you guys bad guys? Oh, yeah, you are. Okay. Wow. Cash money there. Upper courtyard is completely off limits to nuns and inmates for security reasons. A royal soldier is guarding an entrance to the upper cells. Fearsome enemies to be reckoned with. They attack from a distance with their rifle. They cannot be distracted away from their routes and will attack in melee range. They will defend themselves unless they are caught off guard. Okie dokie. Ooh, that looks like a good secret cult door. Sisters, deposit any weeds or wild plants you find in the garden here. Some may be useful for making teas and medicines. They will be collected. Whoops. Oh, I guess I need Eduardo to do this because there's prisoners around. And they won't rat me out. Okay, I mean, the door is locked. Leads to a lookout post full of guards. Okay. All right, old lady. There could be some shared inventory stuff going on here, that's for sure. Let's take that, take these, give you, talk to you, move that over. Okay. Ah, thank you, my dears. I feel much better. Bravo for little Amelia. She managed to warn you in time. A valuable ally. I could see that dear Father Alfredo has made new friends. My trip's been fruitful, too. Our paths have led us to this square. Virginia's not the only one to be abducted. There's talks of others being kidnapped in recent weeks. They return a few days later, but don't say a word. But I hear the guards. They're trying to find a valuable object, some kind of stone. We need to find her before you do. Those friars won't let me out of your sight. She's waiting for you in her room on the other side of the nun's garden. Leave the gate open and run. All right. Can I get in here? No. Yoink, 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 yoink. What's up, sister? How we doing? Gardo, Gardo. Right where we wanted you. Uh-oh. They've been making a scene for a while now. Am I gonna get the bonk? Oh, I got the bonk. Open it back up. Take them to Alfredo's cell. We won't take our eyes off of them. Are we gonna be playing the new Civ game? Absolutely, we will be. The day is over and confinement takes its toll. Minus 15 settlements. Sanity. I heard Civ and my brain immediately went settlements. Poor Virginia. Thank you for telling us everything that happened, Father. But are you all right? These bastards beat us mercilessly. I don't know why she's Irish now. I'll finish them off. I need to calm down. Calm down, sister, or the anger will eventually consume you. It looks like we'll be living in my cell from now on. The guards have decided to lock us up all together after the recent incidents. I appreciate your company, friends. Tell us, Father, how did you end up here? I find it hard to believe that they locked a priest in a madhouse. Although it may not seem it, I was invited by the friars. My knowledge of medicine is well known from my travels as a missionary, and they needed help treating the inmates. But all I found was corruption. After investigations, I discovered the Inquisitor was locking up innocents, accused of insanity or being possessed behind the friars' back. They are paying the Inquisitors to lock up certain people. When I tried to denounce it, I myself was branded a madman and imprisoned. Why are you here? I'm from a family of watchmakers and had a good education, but my outbursts of rage became more and more frequent and violent. My parents decided to send me here, hoping I might recover. Just make everyone sound like Beaker from the Muppets. Caged like a dog, I'd burn this monastery to the ground. What do we know about the big fellow? He is Eduardo. He's been here longer than any others. He's mute with a disturbed mind and a great craftsman. He looks proud. It seems our friendship has blossomed between you two. Speaking of plans, how do we get out without being seen by the guards? I dug a tunnel out of the cell for a few months. What I found on the other side, however, was not freedom, but a walled-up room. Kept it hidden from the guards' eyes. First, we must find Virginia. At night, all inmates must return to their cells. This is the perfect time to manage the group, heal your wounds, craft new items, sell goods. Each character can help the group in different ways. Eduardo's great ingenuity enables him to make various objects from materials collected by the group. He can immerse himself in the work with no break to create anything from bandages to lockpicks. He can also get forgiveness for his company's offenses during the day through hard work at a cost of his own health. Leonora can do an evening recital to improve sanity. The more it's used, the greater risk of the violin breaking. Bribe the guards to reduce suspicions. Or get money in exchange for giving objects to the guards. Alfredo can care for others to improve everybody's health, or he can study to gain knowledge. You have garbage, it says we can use. Rubble. Rubble, fabric, parts. The monastery, the hall of paintings, the main square. Oh, cool. You can see like who is in each of these locations. Various skills. If Eduardo was attacked in melee range while his sanity is low, his calm demeanor will turn violent, pushing the attacker back with enough force to knock them unconscious. Scared of the dark and mute. What else we got going on here? She can deploy ropes. Can tie ropes to ledges. She's a fear of fire, and every time she murders someone, she inflicts a wound in an attempt to assuage her remorse. And Alfredo has just got a fear of corpses. Revelations. Block door, crafting orders. Unchained, carries large chains and can swing them around, knocking out everyone. Expert craftsman. Oh, this is cool. Leonora can get a pistol. Leonora can now kill friars, nuns, and other residences of the monastery. Rope with a hook. Forge letters. Leonora can sprint even if she is close to fire, but is unable to attack. Alfredo can permanently expel animas or destroy monstrous gargoyles. Can plan. Better light. Priest robes cannot be detected by soldiers, Mother Superior, or the Inquisitor. And he can pray for souls so that no animas appear. Okay, well, let's see what we can craft. Eduardo can create all kinds of gadgets and tools. Can we get your best Italian accent or Inglorious Bastards version? Hey, I feel like it's got to be a bit of the body boop, you know? We got a little bit of the buongiornos. We got a little bit of the buonoseras. That's about as bad as it's going to get. Mouse traps, crowbars, ropes, pistols, crucifixes, chains, broken violins. Oh, okay. We can repair the violin. We can also repair her knife and priest robes. Lock monastery doors. Yeah, no, don't worry. There's a reason I'm not doing that accent ever. I guess let's make a rope. That seems useful. Oh, I can make many things. Some bandages. Some mouse traps. A chain. I like to have my options. My sanity is kind of low, so... $35 for everyone in the room. Why not? Play the violin during the night. Achievement unlocked. And Alfredo can study and he can care for others. Everyone's at full health. We don't have anything to read. Can I get more HP? No. Well, we live and we learn. I mean, we might as well bring everybody out for the next day. Okay, so the nighttime stuff is not as big management as I thought it would be. We're going to appear in the trapdoor behind the wall. Alfredo's investigation continues, but it's now up to you to decide how to go about it. From here on out, the game will not take you back to a save point when you're discovered. Press tab to open the objectives and check your progress. Get information from Amelia. Agnes. Where can we find Amelia? Your child is in her room. Other side of the nun's garden. Are you a witch? Did I make a pact with the devil? Maybe. Who knows? What was I saying? All right. So how are we going to get through here if there's a nun right in front of the door? Now craven chicken Alfredo? I mean, there are worse things to be craven. Guards have closed the door to the dorms. We'll need a lockpick or a crowbar to force it open. That's no problem, but this is problem. I suppose the Rebelmeister could... oh, here we go. She's just gonna... What do you think this big crowbar thing does? Oh, yeah. Yada-dee, yada-doo, yada-dee-da-da-da. Really enjoying Stone Madness so far. I'm up for more. It's good to know. Okay, I feel like we gotta hop in that bush for a second. I definitely gotta push that lever, right? Jared, take it easy, my dude. Enjoy the rest of your day. This is Amelia, like, directly in this next room. So I'm gonna read this. Guest chambers, okay. I'm gonna push this. And then I'm gonna... Ah. Then I'm just going to have a little bit of patience. Oh. That was it. The budget's gone down. Do you want to play hide and seek? Why does she look like this here when she has that great animated portrait in the cutscene? What have you found out? So much fun following you through the tunnels. Agnes was right. Father Alfredo was good. Thanks for finding Virginia. Virginia and Agnes are my friends. Virginia gave me a green bag. She made it. This is a strange friar who has a spot on his arm. He's asking the people wearing bed sheets about Virginia. I think he's looking for her too. I saw him go into a little house upstairs, up the big stairs. There's a bad man with a pistol who won't let me in. I saw something else. I saw Virginia. She snuck out to play with a crying lady statue. Virginia ran out from behind the statue when no one was looking. I couldn't scream or the nuns would catch me. The man with a loaf of bread on his head peeked through the bars and said goodbye. He's very nice, but he stinks. Agnes calls him Penicillo, as in penicillin, because he wears bread on his hat, and says he is insane. I think he's become friends with Virginia. You have to talk to the strange friar and Penicillo. I'm sure that's how you'll find her. Not before I loot this box. I won't do nothing. Wooden figurine. Very successful on the black market. She's got amazingly quiet footsteps. Come on, nun, let me out of here. Where's the Minnie Mouse voice for the little girl? I don't know what you're talking about. All right, dummies. Is this everybody? Let's get rolling. You're going to need to light this. Because this guy's obviously going to need to take a plank. St. Dimpha's chambers. Years of masses and liturgies have given Alfredo a silver tongue. As he delivers his sermon, the people around him watch attentively and listen, but be aware not everyone remains equally entertained for the same length of time. Good to note. I suppose he's the only one I really got to be paying attention to here. Like that so our big guy can get through. Ah, you must be Penicillo. Oh, this way, folks. The store is about open to everybody. Buy from Penicillo. Guy's not wearing pants. Leonora can use a rope if she reaches the anchor point. Well, thank God I brought a rope with me. Thank God I made a rope, and then did I bring it with me? That's a whole other question, isn't it? I bet I find one in that chest, though. This hand on the wall says... Someone recently tampered with the door lock. The mark smells very much like a chicken. The keys must be in the chicken coop in the square. Beep, boop, 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 boop. It's a statue of a young woman kneeling, held violently by her hair, about to be attacked. Judging by her appearance, she's probably a martyr. Statue of a young female martyr about to be sacrificed as Saint Dimpha. Why is there an Irish saint here? Her story is tragic. Took place hundreds of years ago in the 17th century when the girl was 15. Her father was King Damon of Oriel, a professed pagan. Her mother was a Christian. It so happened that Dimpha's mother died a year earlier. King Damon went mad, unable to find a new wife to remind him of his beloved daughter. Began to have impure thoughts. When Dimpha's confessor realized this, he organized her flight to Frankish territory. They lived there for a time, caring for the needy and sick, until the father found her, killed the confessor, and ordered her to return to Ireland. She refused. Her father went berserk, unsheathed his sword, grabbed her daughter by the hair, and then beheaded her. The story has moved me deeply. The statue seems to be a reflection of those who are here suffering hardship and despair. Time will advance to the next quarter. Well, I don't want to do that. I do want to read this book, though. Cast them, Saint Dimpha, under your beautiful sad gaze. May your past suffering bless and enable these poor souls to repent and heal their mind and body. Ah. This looks like a good spot for a plank. Alright, there's a bunch of stuff we have to do here. Step 1 is going to be take these keys. Also probably loot that box. You can find the chicken the friars looking after in certain parts of the monastery. Be careful if you don't walk stealthily near them. They will get scared and reveal your position. Buck, buck, little chickens, buck, buck. I want to loot that box. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Oh, but the suspicion meter has gone up now. You either wear a long shirt or pants, you have to choose. Oh, this can also be moved. Oh, that's not allowed, hey? Jesus. Oh, where am I going? What is this countdown? Oh no. As evening falls, animas awaken and begin to roam the monastery. At this point, the day can be ended voluntarily. I'm just realizing that he is in the dark. I think. Yeah, dude, it's cool. It's cool. I just got out of a thing. It's no big deal. But that dude is looking for me. This dude is looking for me. Help. Ah! 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 Oh my God. This is rapidly falling apart. Busted. So it looks like you just lose an HP if you get caught. But also there's very clearly good reasons to keep everybody together to some degree. Fabric, parts, egg, and bandages. Yeah, that's all super useful. Whew, okie dokie, yoki. So I need the rope over here. I also need the plank. And I have an anima to deal with. Now, what's not clear to me is, will the anima come out if it doesn't see my characters? I can give it the zap. I guess what I want to know is, will the anima attack me if it sees me here? Actually, I guess, well, you can come with me, but I want you to stay here. Interesting how the time passes constantly. She's scared of fire. You didn't hear nothing, buddy. You don't know what you're talking about. What is the point of hiding up here? I'm not totally clear. But I do know this much. I know I need to give a sermon. So how do I start doing this? Aim. Shoot, 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 shoot. No. No. Oh, you got clubbed again. So I can sleep? Place to keep people when you switch up so that they don't get caught? I suppose that does make sense. Oh, which also, speaking of, I guess I need her to lockpick open this chest. This lockpicking is taking longer than I thought it would. Oil lamp, wooden figurine, a dagger of San Jorge. Despite its appearance, the dagger is actually a key. Piercing the dragon's mouth with it, the treasure will be revealed. Okay, this sermon is good. We need to chat. You need to give me that. I need to give you those. This. Who knows what else? That anima's just vibing. Okay, so I have to grab the plank. Distract this guard when he moves up. Grab the plank. There we go. That should do it. Come on, anima. Hurry up. Buddy, I'm on a timeline here. Let's get going. Buckaroo? Oh my God, it's about to become night. 3, 2. He's going to start getting scared. Curfew begins. An inmate who is detected is forced to return to their cell. On the other hand, reduced security provides all kinds of opportunities. Oh. You're getting clubbed. I just got to talk to Penicillo, you know? I can't speak. There's comedy in that for sure. There's some real comedy in that. Of course, I take the mute across. Number of actions a character can take is determined by their action points. Each action has a different cost in points. That makes sense. Okay, so now I wish we had the bandages. So you've got some bandages. You've got some parts, some egg, a crowbar and chains. You've got planks, fabric. I guess we'll take that key with us. So, probably want to craft some bandages. That took 2 crafting slots? No, 1. Okay. I did use that rope, so why don't we make another one of those? Rope doesn't appear to count as an item. Oh, and a knife is broken. So we'll fix up her other knife. You're going to care for the others via the bandages. Get everybody an HP back. And it looks like I could probably go to the black market, and I did pick up a bunch of things like wooden figurines. Very successful on the black market. Give you 36 bucks. Eggs look like they're also extremely valuable. But maybe we should keep a hold of those for now. Ease their suspicions about the group. Oh, so Eduardo has 3 suspicion right now. So I can pay 15 bucks. And have his suspicion reduced. All of my characters are a little bit suspicious right now. Cool. And then we'd end the night. We'd head back into the trapdoor behind the wall, and we'd have the opportunity to go through and find the others. What is the premise of the game? We are trying to break out of a Spanish monastery that's maybe actually home to a bunch of cultists. It's like an insane asylum that maybe has a bunch of cult activity going on. That's sort of the vibe. So that's it. But I think we'll cut it there because that seems like the perfect little spot. "29 seconds ago. It seems like a perfect little spot to cut for our first look. If we're interested in seeing some more of this, let me know. And otherwise, thank you for joining us for our very first look at Stone of Madness. This game is out now. You can check it out yourself as well. It seems like it's a very well-polished mix. It had no early access period as far as I'm aware of. It came straight into release. It looks great. It feels pretty good. It's definitely got that Commandos vibe, but good stealth sim mechanics. I'm curious to see kind of how it develops and where the base building sort of style, the nighttime stuff also applies into it. It definitely has me interested to play more. So thank you in the meantime. Bye.